Yo, everyone, second episode. Today we have quite a fun guest, but before that, let me play this shit first, yeah? Alright, cool. So, second episode, like I said, Brain Dump, Thunderstorm, motherfucking podcast. I just named it long because I don't give a fuck. I'm just messing around with y'all anyway and messing around with this. Today we have quite an interesting character, Kube, who's coming on. Here's a nice picture of Kube. Basically, Kube is a long-time friend, director, producer. We work together in so many things. First AD, editor, writer, actor, and everything else also can do lah. This fella, right? This fella is quite a champion lah. So yeah, Kube, welcome to the show.
Hey, hello everyone. Hello Vijay, how are you, man?
I'm good, dude. I'm good. How are you? How are you doing being stuck at home? Oh no, now you guys can go out already.
Well, today was the first day of Malaysia relaxing its MCO stuff. So there is like you can go to the parks and I think some shops are open now and restaurants are technically allowed to have dine-in customers. But I put in perspective for you that 9 out of Malaysia's 14 states are not going ahead with this opening. They are deciding to still keep their doors closed and have the movement control order properly lah. So
you went out and somebody tumbuk you lah today. What's up with the fucking band-aid lah?
You put a photo of me looking like Flavor Flav, right?
Yeah,
so I wanted to just keep the theme of like old school rappers. So this is me like being Nelly.
Nelly, yeah?
Yeah, hey, is it Nelly? Yeah, Nelly.
Yeah, later on, the band-aid, right?
Later I'm going to send you a message from Microsoft Excel,
Alright, so Kube, tell us, you've directed a couple of spots. Like, tell us what you've done over the years. I know you started off as a first AD, and then you did all kind of shit. You ended up even in Mission Impossible 3 in the crew, right?
Yeah. Mission Impossible 4.
4,
actually.
sorry.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess everybody has their own production journeys for sure. Mine started off as an intern. I was an intern at Fashion Pictures in 2004, and I was just finishing college, and I was at Help Institute, and I needed 120 hours to finish my internship requirement, and then I had like 1 or 2 more classes, and then I can graduate already lah. And I went to production, and I finished my 120 hours in, I think, like something like 11 days or something like that. And then my boss, Brian Francis, the legendary Brian Francis, was just like, hey, Apu, why the fuck you want to go back to college? Just stay and finish your shoot. I hadn't even finished the first shoot that I was on. And then I stayed for that shoot. That was Coca-Cola Ramadan shoot in 2004, directed by Sergio Joffrey. And, what year is it now? 2020. 16 years later, I'm here talking to you. The old story was I never went back to college and I just dropped out and I went into production. I was an intern for a month and then I was a PA for 6 months and then I was the first AD.
That's
because
cool, dude.
I can...
Actually, honestly, I've never seen my degree ever since I left. Like, I don't know where my degree is. So,
fun fact, I went back to college last year and I finished my degree.
Oh, wow. Finally, congrats. This was
I have a communication that I'm never going to fucking use ever again.
Okay, then how did you end up in the set of Mission Impossible? How did that happen?
So Mission Impossible, this was 2011, I think, Mission Impossible 4. And at that point, I had just become freelance as a first AD, and I was looking to... Actually, I went to London to do the standard Malaysian overstay your visa kind of story lah. So I went to London, and I had worked with this producer from Dubai, an incredible guy by the name of Tim Smythe, who is now sadly departed, the late great Tim Smythe. He was the godfather of the Dubai motion picture industry. So I had worked with him on some commercials in Malaysia as a first AD. And when I was going to London, I called Tim to...
Sorry.
And
Yeah, we got cut off for a bit, but yeah, we're back. Sorry.
Yeah. Where did I leave off?
Where you went to Dubai.
Okay, so I called Tim Smythe, the late Tim Smythe, and so he was a big time producer in Dubai. He's this quite a legendary guy. He started essentially the motion picture industry in Dubai. He's passed away now, and but at the time we had worked together in Malaysia on some big TVCs, and one of those jobs was with RSA, Ridley Scott and Associates. So I was going to go do the standard Malaysian overstay my visa thing in London. I was going to just go to London, see who can hook me up, end up on a film set, sail up, do what I can. So I called Tim Smythe. I wanted him to hook me up with RSA. And I shit you not, this was the conversation I had. I was like, hey, Tim, can you hook me up with Casper from RSA? Because I'm going to London. He's like, cool, I got no bloody time to talk to you right now. I'm busy prepping Mission Impossible 4. If you want to be on the crew of Mission Impossible 4, drop me an email. If not, stop fucking bothering me. And he hangs up. Call back and I'm like, yo, did you just say that I can be on the crew of Mission Impossible 4? He's like, yeah. Did I stutter? Stop fucking bothering me. Send me an email. Bye. Hangs up again. I send him an email, and 2 days later, they send me an email saying, where would you like to fly from? I happened to be in Italy at that point. So they flew me from Rome to Dubai. And, within a week, I was on the set of Mission Impossible 4. But actually, what happened was I was part of the advanced team. So I joined initially under the guise of the internship coordinator, which actually sounds fucking boring, but was a really mind-blowingly political role at the top of Paramount Pictures dealing with the Dubai government and meeting the EP Jeffrey Chernoff and all kinds of just hang out with all the EPs and producers just to buy it with the local government and all that stuff. So that was my role on paper, but then as the shoot progressed, I became the second unit, second assistant director. It's a crazy name for it. So
basically, you're just throwing sand in the desert, lah.
So second unit means stunt unit. Second
nice.
AD is actually an offset position, but second is an onset position. So it's actually your first AD is working with the second onset. So it's just a lot of number twos, which is my favorite thing to do in the world, number two. So essentially anything with a sandstorm that you saw in Mission Impossible 4 Ghost Protocol, I was shooting that. Yeah, but that's a glamorous way to say that. I was standing with a giant fucking fan.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Okay, cut to straight how I met you. Okay, so there's a couple of comments coming in. Everybody's asking about your plaster. Shun got it right, lah. What's with the Nelly plaster, Kobe? So we don't even have to explain.
Actually, I have a proper teenager's pimple on my face. It's an angry fucking pimple. I don't know where
always
it comes
happens
from.
On shoot day, lah.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so cut to when we met, right? So I remember. So I remember we were doing this funny stuff called Thambi, and I was asking Hardesh for, obviously there was no money in this, lah. And I was asking Hardesh came in say again.
That's usually when people call me.
That's right. And so then we were like, okay, we know this guy. We got Kavin. That time he hasn't done any commercials yet. He came in for this, and then they were like, oh, I got a friend who'll come and direct this for us. So I was like, okay, then you come along. We all set up, and then we're shooting, and they're like, you're looking at me like, you're not the VJ that I thought you were, and you thought I was someone else, and that's when we met. I'm going to play that intro video that we did for Thambi, and then let's talk a bit about that and what else we did. So basically, we're going to just show a couple of examples after this today. Some of the crazy stuff me and Kobe used to work on. A lot of the theme around this is always we've got no fucking money to shoot, lah. So you'll end up doing a lot of crazy stuff.
Absolutely.
Let me play this. You will see this live. Kobe, you won't see it on your Skype interface, but yeah.
Hello, my name is Kavin J, and you may know me as a stand-up comedian. But today I'm putting all jokes aside. Today I represent Tolonglah Advertised Malaysian-born Indians, or Thambi. I, on behalf of all Indians in this great nation, want to know why we are not being advertised to, just like everybody else. Brands advertise to Chinese, the Malays, but never to the Indians. We demand to be cleverly manipulated into using and loving brands just like everybody else. We want to be the main target audience in huge $1 million campaigns. We want people to study our psychographics and demographics. What does that mean? Why don't you people try to sell us cars? Don't they know that we don't get from A to B in bullock carts anymore? Why don't they try to sell us jeans? Hello, we don't wear dhoti anymore. We're not chettis. Okay? Wear our faces in property brochures. Some of our brothers and sisters back in the motherland used to live in houses made of cow shit. But here in Malaysia, we Indians, just like you, want to live in cozy 2 or 3 bedroom bungalows. Look at my smooth hands. Smell them. Smell them. Does it look like I just finished building a house using cow shit? Sell us some health drinks, fruit juices, flavored milk, anything. We don't only drink beer and toddy and stagger around the rubber estate. Sell us some paraquat. No, not just for our wives to commit suicide, but for our gardens. Our fingers may look brown, but they also can be green. Put us in LRT and MRT ads, because we commute too. In return, we promise not to lie on the train tracks anymore. The members of Tambi believe with the help of local agencies, we can help change the way brands look at us Indians. So come on creatives, help us become respected consumers. Help us overcome the stereotypes that affected us for too long. And if you're a client, get your agency to produce something lah. Enjoy the website. Be sure to become a part of this black and proud movement. Viva la Tambi!
So Viva la Tambi, man. So we did that with no money at all. We shot it in a friend's house. You can see that it's super low-fi lah. And then that's how we met, right? Do you remember anything that we did back then? And I remember this came out for Deepavali and a lot of people were talking about it and shared. And then, yeah.
Can I just give us a bit of a credit to how unprepared I usually am for these kind of interviews? I didn't direct that.
Dude, you were there, lah. They should.
No, lah. That's not mine.
You did.
Mine was Nissan.
No, you did it. You were there. They should. I remember this. You came in super late to a friend's house. Nicely came in.
I didn't direct it, but did I come and I met y'all at the shoot? Is it?
You know, you were behind the camera helping us out. You totally cannot remember, lah. This is damn long ago.
No, but soon after this was
you were late. You came late. Then you're like, because we just asked. I think either Hardesh or Ezra asked you to come and just help out, and then you're like, fuck it, came late. They're like, fuck it, like who's all these fuckers? You know, like that's when we met for the first time. And you're like, okay, just help these fuckers do this shoot. No, they're not paying me anyway. Fuck them. And then you told me like, I thought you're like a different VJ, man, but you're someone else. I don't know you. Then I was like, what the fuck, crazy guy. You know, so then from there, then we did something called Iklan Raya Paling Sedih, which was quite fun as well. This time we had a bit more money, and we shot this in your house. Also, with that means we got not enough money for location.
Yeah.
That I think you probably remember.
Yeah, after Tambi, we did Nissan together.
Nissan first?
Because after Nissan, which was this great series, a campaign with Kevin. Kevin was really cooking this year.
That's cool. At least with the Nissan one, we got money lah.
Yeah, that was one of my earliest directing gigs. Those days I wasn't full time directing yet. I was still ADing, and then we did Iklan Raya after Nissan. But again, shooting all in our friends' houses, no money. You're the talent, I'm the talent.
Correct. Let me play the Nissan one. I've got the Nissan one where I'm the talent. Yeah. Again, shooting in our friend's house. This one we got a bit more money, so you probably got paid for this because it was a client's job.
I think I.
Say again?
I think I got like 20 cents for this.
Let me play it first.
My wife likes two things: going on holiday and going on holiday without me. But how can you not take me with you?
It's a girls' trip.
Who's gonna make my favorite fish curry?
Go to your Amma's house.
Your fish curry is better, more sour. Everything's gonna remind me of you. Your black shoes, your red shoes, your Portugal shoes. Everything's gonna remind me of you. You are leaving me like Ram without his Sita, P. Ramlee without his Saloma, Romeo without his Juliet. Like Surya without his Jyotika.
Oh, my boss.
I'm gonna miss you. Wait, let me go first.
You are behaving so weird.
I just miss you lah, my jalebi.
You're bluffing me.
No, really. But you'll call me.
Yeah, I will.
Okay, you will call me from the airport.
Yes, of course.
You will call me from the junction.
Yes, my sweet jalebi.
You
Bye.
will call me from the traffic light. Call me when you start the engine. You didn't call me. Do you have your phone? Don't leave me. This cannot be. Why? Why are you leaving me? Why? The peacock has left the temple. I repeat, the peacock has left the temple. I tell you guys, the boot is so spacious, it's ridiculous. Apparently you can fit 4 golf bags into the boot. 4 golf bags. Which Indian fella plays golf?
So yeah, that one we had a bit more money. Kubey. We're back on. Can you hear me?
I'm also watching it on the side, but like I'm
Yeah,
switching
it's a
the
bit
views
slow.
and stuff. I've seen it in a long time. I've seen that spot in a long time. I'm a very stubborn director. I could have listened to my editor and done some editing stuff that he
I mean,
suggested.
it's always like that. When you look at the older stuff, you'll see a few things that, because now you're probably matured, you've done a lot more, and you look back at the older stuff, it's like, fuck, I wish I did this, I wish I did that. But dude, it's good. It's how you learn to do mistakes, and then you learn now, and then you do better. That's all. It's a learning curve, right? So that one's quite funny. We had a bit more money, but then not enough money to get a whole bunch of cars, so I had to be in it last minute. I wasn't prepared. I just wore whatever that I wore to the shoot, and I was in it.
But nice, good color in there. You know, first of all, nice institute in there.
You just needed a
Great
big
color,
fella.
looks good. I was really impressed with that trick of hiding people in the car. Really
That was
worked.
quite
You
cool.
know,
That was quite
Yeah.
cool.
I remember the team at Pop Digital did a great job. This was at the birth of digital stuff, wasn't it? Like early days. Yeah.
I mean,
Really interesting.
content and digital videos back then. A lot of people haven't done it yet, so it's quite tough to even convince clients, to shoot that instead of shooting commercials. But most of them had very small budgets, and then they were like, "Oh, we can't do commercials, so let's do something online."
Remember the client was Cheryl from Nissan.
Who's in Grab now?
Yeah. Lovely woman,
And there
and
was
great
a-
client. She really do a lot of work.
There was a funny story.
Whatever we needed to do, really.
Yeah, there was a funny story about laptop that happened after the shoot.
Oh man, I don't want to get into that. Yeah, God bless you, Anthony.
Okay, that coming into Iklan Raya. Do you want to say anything about Iklan Raya before we show it?
Iklan Raya was, especially right now when I'm feeling a little bit creatively constipated, Iklan Raya proved, is one of the things that I've done in my career which I didn't think would be very promising, but in the end, just kind of buckling down and pushing through and working with yourself. And my DOP was Go, Zahir is the talent, Paul Hasham is the talent, and there's another one of I have a series of male muses, and Ghaffir Akbar is one of those male muses, and Ghaffir Akbar is the main guy. And, we had the right house for it. It was one of those moments where everything really came together really, really nicely. And, with a 10 ringgit budget. Iklan Raya really kind of inspired me to do more work. And I mean, it's a blatant Wes Anderson ripoff, but I really was into his work at that point, like everybody else, but was trying to study his work and his comedy, not just in terms of, okay, let's put a quirky thing in the center of a frame and put some different colors and all that. There's a lot more depth to Wes Anderson's filmmaking, and Iklan Raya was my first kind of experiment with it, and then you'll see that later on. I think you're going to play Lipton as well, where
that's the last
I think
one.
I think we nailed that, but not really. There's a lot of things that went wrong. But yeah, I love this spot, and we made so much fun of advertising people in this spot. It really ruffled a few feathers.
Yeah.
But also, we ended up winning something at the Kanchils for this, which was really...
I mean, like you said, we pissed off a lot of people. We made fun of all the Raya commercials that came before us, and it's super funny.
It was great to go up on... Well, let's watch it first, and then I'll tell you what the Kanchils after that.
Sound.
Roll sound.
And action.
Ini kisah seorang anak yang baik dengan keluarga yang bangga dengan pencapaiannya.
Cut! Oh, guy. You don't yell cut, I yell cut. What's wrong? What wrong?
No, it's a Raya commercial. It's supposed to be sad.
Sad like, okay, you poor child.
No,
sad.
but not sad.
Okay, orphan version. Alright guys, orphan version. Chief, what about? Everyone's dead. He's an orphan. Okay bro, so remember, family all dead. Okay?
Oh, my
all
family.
dead. Yes, all dead. Alright?
Okay.
Really nice goal. Let's keep it on the screen. Arm movement was good. Straight into it. Standing by. Bro, okay? Ready? Roll camera. And action.
Ini kisah seorang anak yatim piatu yang...
Cut! Guys, have a look at this. Look. It's neither here nor there. It's not tragic enough. It's not sad. Our department!
Standing right here, mate. What's up?
Hey, Paul, remember the accident version?
Satay burning one?
No, the one with the kapchai.
The rumpet version.
Yes,
the
the
rumpet version.
Alright guys, rumpet version. Grips. Okay bro, this one, remember, keluarga semua dah mati, kawan dah mati, you punya kaki tercabut.
Okay. Tercabut.
Yeah, accident.
Okay.
Yes.
Kat mana?
Okay. Yeah. Don't worry, come guys, straight into it.
Okay.
Alright, baring bro. So remember drama
Ni siapa?
Ini kawan you bro.
Bukan. This is Tasha, your fiancée. She's pregnant. You guys getting married tomorrow. She's pregnant with twins.
Remember bro, she's
Your
dead
fault.
She's dead. Drama, a lot of drama. Position for the leg is good?
Yeah, that's good.
Alright, let's put in some. Alright guys, standing
That's
by.
very sexy, Paul. Very nice.
Alright, bro, remember, full on drama.
Okay.
Camera's good, roll camera. And action.
Ini kisah seorang yatim piatu yang baru kehilangan tunang dan juga kakinya selepas aksiden motosikal yang tragik.
Cut! More drama!
Okay, gangsters.
Alright, gangsters on set. Guys, come get in your position.
Gangster tak apa.
This one bro, don't worry about it. Same thing.
Guys, really go for it. Hit him. Don't hold back.
Alright guys, gangsters stand by. Roll camera. And action.
Ini kisah seorang yatim piatu yang kehilangan tunang dan kakinya selepas aksiden motosikal yang tragik sewaktu melarikan diri dari geng satu Malaysia yang pegang kampung baru Jinjang dan Sentul.
Woi! Apa salah kau nak buat aku menderita macam ni, ha? Seriously, ah? Thank you. Ni raya ni apa salah nak sedih-sedih? Kenapa nak tunjuk orang tak ada duit? Lepas tu kena jahit-jahit baju. Bapak tunggu atas pangkin sebab mak dah mati, cakap pasal burung murai ke apa entah. Lepas tu mak tunggu anak tak balik kampung sebab tak telefon. Kita kena, raya ni kena rasa gembira lah sikit. Ni iklan apa ni bro?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I absolutely feel what you're saying. Let's go for one more take.
Ya.
Change. Get the backup talent. Let's get Sideshow Bob home.
Alright guys, change talent.
No lah, we do one more take lah.
Department reset, yeah?
Okay.
Bro, terima kasih ya.
Hey, no, I get it already. I know this. This is my fiance. Okay,
Guys,
okay.
bring on the other
We'll do one more take.
talent, yeah?
It's okay, I got it. Thanks.
Alright, bro.
Prince,
Remember
let's
your
clear
reset.
Jamal,
No.
whatever his name is.
Hey,
Guys, straight into it. Okay, bro. Terima kasih.
You can just leave it here. It's okay. Hey, really? Come on. Paul, come on.
My favorite line in there was your brothers. It's time to disco. lah.
My brother's two best friends, my house, my brother's like crappy van. This was creativity and shooting really with shoestring budget lah.
I mean, all friends, right? I was the so the idea came when we started. Me and our creatives Shun had the idea. Both of us then wrote a bit, and then we came to you, and you also wrote some of the script, and we changed it. But even on the shoot day, there were certain things that were just whacked in there. Like Time to Disco was never in the script, but there was a lot of funny nuggets that was in there. And somebody brought up, the Super Rings. Super Rings is a classic agency. Every production has a Super Ring. It's my favorite when we are on a shoot, and just making fun of everything. Some of it was just added in when he was there. And I remember this was so tough because it was one take for the whole thing, right?
Yeah, but I thought we were going to be there the whole day. This was the 8th take.
Yeah.
We rehearsed for 2 hours and then we shot for about 2 hours. I mean, it just goes to show what you can do without, a whole bunch of agency and clientele. It's just like...
It's true. Just us and just fuck around with...
Yeah, it was really good. Yeah.
Any other
but
memories?
this won a bronze at the Cannes. I can't remember what for. It was some kind of digital thing, and I thought it was. I was a little embarrassed actually because we do kind of name drop very specific things that were happening that year, like the Bernas Orphan commercial is like very specifically this one commercial, but yeah, it was great. I mean, a lot of people saw the humor in it. So yeah, really, really fun. And it was great to practice this style. The style of Wes Anderson was just getting that into my blood a little bit.
Correct. We didn't have the props and the location and the art direction for it, but the camera work that Go did, I think was just cool. Like we locked it, the panning left, right.
But I used to be in theater. I used to act in theater professionally. I don't really do it anymore, but I do really love acting. My strategy as a director is often to get the best damn actor that you can, and don't tell them everything and leave them to do their craft. So you see Gaffer as the main guy there.
In this.
But another person that really carries this is Zahir Omar.
For sure.
Zahir Omar is, an excellent director, but he's also he's a stunning actor. He's got great comic timing. I've acted on stage with Zahir a few times. Nothing big, was something in college, and then Zahir also acted as the Wicked Witch in Cinderella for, I think, Mid-Valley's Center Court Christmas show many years back. And it sounds ridiculous. This is like maybe 2000 to 2001. But he was fucking good. He was really just brilliant as the Wicked Witch. Yeah. So Zahir also carries this. There's a lot of small little nuances that Zahir does as douchebag director. Really, I didn't direct that. But, you get credit for it, but it's work with good actors, and they will always make you look good. I work with. This is the first time I work with Gaffer. I think you'll see in my show reel, Gaffer appears, I think, 3 or 4 times.
Correct.
Yeah.
I think that was cool. So you didn't talk about the agency, the guy who played the agency guy, lah.
You you were the reason we had to do 8 takes.
That's true. That's true. I was being the diva on set lah. So yeah, from this, talking about stupid stuff, from this we did a lot of crazy stuff, and then leading up to this Cornetto job that we did, that was quite crazy. We didn't have a lot of money. That's the theme of whenever we work together, it's always the same team.
Yeah, I also wore my "Protect Me from What I Want" T-shirt today, which is I want money for my shoots, and people are like, no, Coop, you do your best work when you have no money at all. So please, so we're gonna keep not giving you any budget. Please go ahead.
So Cornetto, tell us about Cornetto. We shot like this crazy 4 episode with not much money, but we had this whole ghost story. We came to you, and you just went crazy with it, right?
So I remember that was the first time you guys had shown. That was the first time I had became aware of the Cornetto trilogy. Cornetto trilogy that I think Edgar Wright had directed, and you had shared that with me. You're talking about like I can't remember what year any of this stuff happened, but you guys said that you wanted to do something with ghosts, and that was it. And I can't. Did you have a skeleton of a story? But I remember
we had a love story. You were always taken.
Yeah. And so we had this love story of these ghosts. I remember you guys gave me a few characters, and then from there we really kind of expanded apart. I did really enjoy these early days of digital working with you at Creative Juice and TBWA, because you did give me a very long rope, and sometimes I used to strangle myself with it, and sometimes we would really kind of, make great stuff. I really love the Cornetto stuff. Again, there's a lot of things that are wrong with it, but in terms of pulling a story out of our backsides that that was watchable, that was well acted, it was shot with 20 cents, but it was still kind of there. I was very kind of happy with it. We had great locations. Jessica Boorman was the producer, and she really kind of made it really happen.
Yeah, I'm gonna play that. Say again.
I was gonna say Mun Bell was my DOP, and now he's a big time production house owner.
Wow.
What are you playing now?
I'm gonna play the Bomo clip first, and then we'll jump into the Yo-Yo music video. I can't play the whole, so we can't play the whole episode because it's like few minutes long and it's 4 episodes, but I play you 2 small clips from it. This first one was like an ad within the ad, right?
Yeah, this was yeah, let's play that.
Uncle, jangan takut, Bomo tak de parang kontot, hantu syaitan memang kecut, nampak Bomo garanti cabut. Setelah penat bekerja, tempus lumus sepanjang hari, kan best kalau boleh balik rumah, lepak, makan aiskrim tanpa was-was. Kau bermusan. Saya makan momok macam kodok, menghapuskan mambang dari mambau dan membantras yang keras dari Kelantan ke Ceras. Itu dia nombor hotline 24 jam. Call, jangan tak call.
Yeah, so stop texting, Kobe. Quick one. You want to jump straight into the music video? Oh, I can't hear you.
I'm texting you.
Oh, okay.
So when the thing is playing, then you and me can still talk to each other, is it?
I am not sure, dude. I think we can. I don't think people can hear us, but yeah, we can still talk. But I've never tried it, so I think we still can. But yeah, so I've played the Bomo one. You want to jump straight into the music video on this?
Yeah. And play the music video.
Yeah, this was cool because Gene Hackman was on this commercial and he just created this fucking track. Nah. And you can talk about this after I play it, so I'm going to play it now.
Yo, yo. Hey yo, shout out to all my connects in Kampong Cempewaca. Shout out to my best friend Poe. You know how we roll. Betul ada cerita yang perlu diberitahu. Suruh satu dunia kasih putar ini lagu. Just another day in Kampung Cempuaka. Omni dah kalah hantu jus dengan Ponti. So Omni tugaskan mencuri cornetto. Masuk rumah Uncle Steve terus buat kecoh. Pak kata orang rezeki jangan ditolak. Tapi Om Tamat dia try ambil satu kotak. Ada surprise guest pula Bomo Sam. Baru jampi sikit Om dah under his command. Under his command. Ponti dah penat menunggu. So ke rumah Uncle C dia menuju. Okay, Genie pun mengada nak ikut. Sampai-sampai je dua-dua kena cekuk. Lari sini sana akhirnya tewas juga di tangan Bobo terkemuka. Genie cuba nego, I bring you my friends in return. You let me go. Bomo Sam cut the deal, sign and seal. Stick around, it's about to get real. Genie menjerit, meminta tolong. Long hears it, flies away, leaving her pocong. Little does she know, it's a setup by Genie. Dan Bomo Sam ada motif tersendiri. Lang arrives to save her friends all alone. Dia terlampau kuat, jadi Sam hantar Om. Tiba masa yang dinanti-nantikan. Perlawanan antara dua kawan, saksikan.
Round 1.
Fight! Finally, Lang dah ditangkap, selesai. You got what you wanted, lepaskanlah I. But seperti yang disangka, Genie kena tipu. Bomo Sam played around you like a seafood. Genie is speechless, she falls to the ground. Guess what goes around, does come around. And Lang looks down, feeling betrayed. Meanwhile, I'm reporting to you live from a cage.
Right, cool. So that was the
Nice,
track
man.
from Gene Hackman. So we had an ad within the ad, then we had a music video within the ad as well, right?
Yeah. So I mean, let's start with the music video first. I mean, Jin's music. I just hearing that now. That's a banger, man. That's a really good.
It's a fucking good track.
hip hop track. You could definitely release that on its own and get a little bit of traction. But look at this cast of people: Faik Shazwan, Jin Hackman, Davina Go, Chelsea Ng, Alfred. My strategy is always to find actors who make me look good, lah. And it really works. And then the ad within the ad, that's a young man by the name of Sam. So Sam, and this is me being a lazy director. Sam is a really good actor, but I didn't realize that he doesn't speak Malay.
So this was the Bomo. No.
This was the Bomo.
No wonder he was reading it in the ad. He had to read the fucking script.
Yeah, he grew up outside of Malaysia. He's from Brunei. Like, I just assume, Malay dude must speak Malay lah. Bam! It's just nicely got whacked lah. I mean, so we had to really coax a performance out of him lah. So, and this was the time again. What was going on in Malaysia? That Raja Bomo. This is the first time that all of us saw Raja Bomo with his teropong. What was he looking for?
I don't know, man. Haze, I guess. Something with the haze.
Was it the snake?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Could be.
No, I think it was the haze. I think it was the first really bad haze. Yeah. So that was a kind of riff on that as well. But yeah, really, really fun to see. The other Chinese dude also, I forget his name, the main guy. He also is somebody who's from Chinese theatre, really spectacular actor. The skinny Chinese dude who's watching the commercial.
Yeah.
And him also, I've worked with 3 times he appears in 3 different spots of mine.
But it's just another one of those, I think we're just doing a lot of crazy stuff back then. And it was your beginning of your director's career. In fact, I think I worked with you. You were the first. It was your first time directing for a lot of the stuff that we used to do.
Yeah, I mean, I remember that when I met you on Nissan, I was quite inspired, and this I will give you a full-scale compliment. I was quite inspired after working with you on Nissan, and that was what kind of motivated me to jump from half ADing, half directing, and I was like, fuck it, I enjoy this process of directing commercials. If most agency people are going to be like Vijay, then it's going to be smooth sailing, and I just jumped in 2 feet. That has been. It has been much more challenging than I thought it would be, but But good luck challenges are meant to kind of put hair on your chest. And if you know how much hair I have on my chest, then you will know how much of a challenge it's been.
So then, just from that, right, we're talking a little bit now about from your directing career to your acting career, because I've directed something with you in it, and your acting was amazing. In fact, you were directing me, who was directing the job, because I didn't know. So it's so fucking tough. I didn't know, like, it's so tough to direct, and that was the moment I'm like, fuck, a director's job is so fucking tough. You know, like, I can't do it because I'm too soft. I'm better as the agency person behind. Like, when I was directing, I was like, fuck, man, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So I'm going to show that shit, and then you can make fun of me directing.
I love this. This thing
So
is damn.
this was for Country Hills, the call to action. I'm not going to play the first one, but basically we made fun of all us agency people. We were calling all of us cavemen because we were so stuck in our old school ways. And Raf, our head of planning, played one caveman, and Kube played the other caveman, and his acting was amazing. Not much of a script there, but we just had fun with it again lah. It's just some crazy stuff.
It's supposed to be like a work presentation, you know. You just expected it to be happening in like some comfortable office. Actually, they told me it's a cool office, but I think it's not cool. I hope it's worth the effort. Gentlemen, shall we move on? And the big idea is? Big idea. Big idea! Logo! Big logo! Big idea!
So the audio on that was really bad, but you could see Kube doing a good job playing the caveman with Raf, which I thought was crazy. The volume, okay, I would admit the volume was really bad there. I'm going to play another, but you want to say anything about this? I know it was so tough climbing up to that cave.
Play the other one first.
So the other one is, okay, this one is not something I worked with you on. This one was you. I think you directed this commercial. It was a Hotlink commercial, but you acted in it as a fucking rip-off Vin Diesel, which I thought was amazing. You didn't do much, but I thought the character was just spot on, the way you played it. And you directed this, right?
Yeah, I directed this.
Cool, let me play this. I love this shit.
Go for it.
I love this shit. I think it was done with Leo Burnett, is it? A different agency, but I thought it was super cool.
With Walter, Iska,
Walter,
team
nice, and Iska and all. That's cool, that's cool. Let me play this.
Hotlink Fast presents Fast and Serious in 30 seconds. Everything is faster and better with Hotlink Fast, the #1 4G prepaid, free Saturdays and Sundays, free Hotlink happy hour, and free calls. #1 for 4G prepaid. Get Hotlink Fast today.
So you're back on. So again, this was another piece that you were acting in. So I thought you didn't do much, but just enough to get the character right, lah.
Well, you know what they say, acting is reacting. You know, the less you do, the more.
That's true.
Come on, lah. We were in the pre-pro meeting, and they were like, "Oh, we're gonna do this Fast and Furious kind of thing. We need somebody that looks like Vin Diesel." And I think it was me or Walter. I can't remember. But we just threw it out there as, you know, kind of an ice-breaking joke. Mila, I'll do it. And the client was like, "Yeah, that's a great idea." So got a muscle suit and went for it.
Okay, so then now I'm gonna go play another piece by the same team, which was Police Emo. Again, you worked with Leo Burnett, Iska, and Walter on this. This is, and you can see your progression from all that shit that we did with no money, and now you're getting better and better at your work, and with more money as well.
Oh, thanks, man.
Hopefully, Hodling paid you much more than us. I'm pretty sure they did. But you know, now your craft is getting better, the stuff is getting better, and we'll see this Police Emo one, and then you can talk about this. And this is again Faik, one of your favorite actors, again doing an amazing job in this piece, right? And I love this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play it now.
Watch this whole movie in 60 seconds.
Ini rakan sekerja kamu.
Aku kerja seorang. Kau jangan usik Ngiri. Laju sikit.
Janganlah naik suara.
Laju sikit.
Janganlah naik suara.
Alah, terlepas.
Salah aku.
Bukan salah kau.
Ada orang pakai beg?
Weh, cepat weh.
Kau pakai ni.
Kau lembab. Kau lebih pantas.
Syabas.
Everything is faster and better with Hotlink Fast, the #1 4G prepaid. Free Saturdays and Sundays, free Hotlink happy hour, and free calls. #1 for 4G prepaid. Get Hotlink Fast today.
When I saw it, I loved it. I think Fight was amazing, and just all those little things, you know, like the guns and stuff like that, I thought was super cool. I love this ad that you did, right? And you can see the progression from your beginning to now.
Hey, thanks, man. And like for me, I can see, the progression is there. But what's kind of really stuck with me, my whole career has been theater and has been theatrical acting. And okay, like when you see Faik at the end, he's not doing a theatrical kind of bangsawan style of acting. He's just a really good actor, so he can give you a lot of little nuance just in nothing. You know, when that scene where you know, Brand X Zizan Razak says, "You're not driving." Faik's expression with just dropping his shoulders and that emotion, that expression that passes over his face is incredible, and just such a quick shot, but he just really carries it. But then you go back to the Vin Diesel stuff and all that. I'm not saying I'm the best actor in the world, but I think I was the right person to do a comedic take up of Vin Diesel, because clearly all of this is not Vin Diesel, right? And there is also this added joke that it's this chubby guy, that it's this muscle suit and all that, but just being able to carry a high expression is enough for to carry that thing. And then you go back again to your caveman thing. You may say that you struggled with directing, but you cast the right people for that, and also like just knowing that how those people would bounce off of each other. Rafiq's one of my oldest friends, so the two of us to have this kind of rhythm and this comedic timing with each other was really great. You didn't play the second part of the caveman one, but it's actually my favorite one, where we go into a boardroom.
Yeah.
And I think acting and comedy is actually, you know, I think sometimes to our detriment in advertising, we always pick the best looking person for the role. And that's not actually the right answer. The right answer is the best person for the role. And then, you know, you can pick unattractive people who have so much charisma and personality, and they will ooze sex appeal or product appeal or whatever it is that needs to sell a product. because they're the right person to carry that film. And it's my mantra that I try and tell my clients all the time. You know, don't pick the best looking person. Pick the right person.
Cool.
For the job.
So from there, we're gonna move into the last video I'm gonna play for today, the Lipton one. You wanna talk about it after, or?
You know what? This was again shot in my house.
It's the same team when it comes to work with me. And Chun San is also here, will know it's the same team. I mean, we were working in Creative Juice then. We were like the not so expensive agency, but do crazy shit, you know?
Yeah, really stretch the money as much as we can. We got
but also with that, remember we spoke about this, when you don't have money, you have creative freedom.
Yes, because you gotta I think sometimes when you work in creativity as commerce, if you're going to pay me very little, or rather if the budget is very small, that's when you really need creativity to flourish, and that's when you need freedom to... Look, creativity does really well when you have a restriction. When you have a big restriction and you have no money, then you need to give it freedom to explore ways to address that. So clients tend to let us not do whatever we wanted. They were always there to kind of juggle the brand image that they needed to juggle. But they also trusted us to not do a terrible job with their products. And as a result, we got good output. Like this Lipton one that you're going to play. Please, I mean, we'll discuss it after you play it, yeah.
Okay, cool. Let me play that now.
Inilah kisah dua lelaki and their shared passion. Every morning, 3-time Golden Chawan winner Uncle Selva does his core strengthening exercises while his apprentice, son of a fruit, carefully prepares for another day of teh tarik perfection. The Tuan Rumah, Ibrahim Zulkarnain, spent his younger life surrounded by tea.
1, 2, there.
And his adult life surrounded by teh tarik. He absolutely loves the stuff, and Uncle Selva's teh tarik is the best there is.
Sir?
He likes a cup with his morning papers.
Power.
Halfway down the stairs. And at breakfast right before he leaves for work.
Baru, syok.
Setiap hari, rutin yang sama.
Hebat. Best gila.
Until...
Sir. Uncle, how cepat can you make a teh tarik?
Cepat.
I nak throw a teh tarik party and I nak invite all my friends to share your magic. Malaysians kan suka teh tarik. But how? There's only one of you and 100 of them.
Lebih cepat.
Sure ke?
So Uncle Selva made himself a teh tarik and tried to figure it out.
Sedap, cepat.
Akhirnya...
Cuba try, sir.
This is excellent.
This is the result of years of hard work. Wisdom turun-temurun oleh mereka yang tertarik dengan teh tarik.
Oh, formula baru from Lipton.
Creamy, frothy, aromatic, exquisite. Jom P Kedai, we have a party to throw!
Senang untuk dibuat. The Lipton 3-in-1 teh tarik was the perfect solution and the party was a runaway success. Not a drop was served cold or late. Uncle Selva shared his secret with all the guests and everyone lived and drank Lipton 3-in-1 teh tarik happily ever after.
Cool. So Lipton.
Yeah, what real lovely. I love that you've given me this kind of pseudo retrospective to my my quarter career work. When it flatters me a little bit, like as if I deserve it. But you know, it's such a thrill to actually see all this stuff again after so long. This was shot in my parents' house in the days where you could shoot for 24 hours and not get in trouble with people.
Cool. I remember that your T-shirt was turned into the wallpaper as well.
The indomitable Nick Wong was my art director, and I had this great flamingo T-shirt that I bought from Zara back when I used to be skinnier, and scanned that and turned that into the flamingo wallpaper that's in the back. Kind of gave me, like, makes me want to turn more of my T-shirts into wallpaper, but I'm married now, and my wife would not have any of that. So yeah, no. Yeah, Lipton was, was sticking with this theme of Wes Anderson and then trying to improve it. And again, I would first of all straight away say that it's a knockoff of a style of work, but I didn't want to just knock it off from. I didn't want to bastardize it, so there was a lot of things that we did to really kind of hit some of the notes, the Wes Anderson notes. For example, there's always an overhead shot of somebody writing in a Wes Anderson movie. Handwriting is very important. So in terms of this Teh Tarik master, if he was inviting people to his party, he would do it by a handwritten note on, stationery with a letterhead. So that's what you see. And I think what a lot of people don't realize, it's not just about square camera. It's about these small little touches that kind of create this world of Wes. The apprentice, his name is Son of a Fruit, which is anak buah. The crazy wallpaper. All those kind of smaller details, like the fact that the camera is you'll never see Wes Anderson use a handheld camera. Well, he has, but very rarely. It's always this unnatural, unreal world that you're in, and with the support from your agency and with the freedom from the client, we were able to do these things that without any kind of pushback. They just wanted to make sure that their brand was in good hands. And I remember Charmaine was there with us until like 6 o'clock in the morning or 7 o'clock in the morning. And lucky it was my parents' house, so there was no overtime. Didn't kick out.
But this one, right, Kubey,
really.
The one thing I noticed there was a change, and how you did better was because you had a damn good producer partner who reeled you in, which was Nisha. So Nisha was your producer on this, and I noticed that when you work with her, because she's like a mom and like a disciplined teacher to you, the work gets a lot tighter and better because of a great producer, and that's important. Like talking about great producers, Chun San is also on watching this, right? I'm trying to tell you that he's a great producer, Laban.
Me and Chun San have been trying to dance with each other for a while, and there was a project recently that we're supposed to work on, but it just fell through. But yeah, I'm looking forward to working with Chun San as a producer, because you are also director is damn glamorous and director and all that stuff, but you're only as good as the rest of your team, and your producer is your right hand man, woman, your left hand. Your producer is the person looking out for you, is stretching your money, or if your producer doesn't like you, like kind of shielding some of your money from you being able to spend it. I've always been blessed to have strong producers. Prince from Planet Films, Nisha as well from Planet Films. I have I've been with Planet for a very long time, and now currently freelancing. I've just always been lucky to have good producers in my life. They are the single most important person. They each, Chun San is saying, so sweet to remember the producers. The producers eat all the shit for the directors.
That's true.
I sometimes ask my producer friends, why you become a producer? You like to eat shit, is it? And I guess, they do like to eat shit. They also like to make money, which is where they end up going in the long run.
Correct.
They make more money than
but Nisha did amazingly on this. Everything the agency recommended and all that, she just took it and then got back to us. She was just amazing on this. And just one thing before you leave and before we end this, right? Like, what's your advice to like creatives and agency people who want to work with directors? And I enjoyed the process with you because you are not only a director, or you also sit down and rewrite the script, you mess around with it, and I enjoyed that because you had another creative person on it looking at it creatively, but then you could interpret it in film, in a style as well. And what's your advice to agency and creative people?
Well, I can of course only speak for myself, and I think
asking you
sometimes
to speak about Wes Anderson, but from your point of view.
From my point of view, look, and creativity is actually entirely about ego. When you make a joke, when you write a sentence, you have to believe that is the best thing that you are doing for it, right? So when you are changing a script or when you are going to a brief and you are listening to a brief, actually you are also listening to the collective ego of all the people in that room who are now handing it to you as a film director, and your job is then to very politely not tread on all the work that they've done, but also somehow try and improve it. And the best way to do it, the best approach that I can think of at the moment is what you and me had, which was at some point we are going to sit down and talk about this. Why does it have to be within the formal confines of 3 pre-pros where everything becomes really official, and then when there's an important question, the solution, because in the pre-pros, that's when you'll have the suits there, right? And then the suits will give you a piece of information that changes everything. And sometimes I feel that as creatives, both agency and production, we are reacting to this information too quickly.
Yeah.
We try and find the solution right there on the spot in the pre-pro because, okay, I got to go and do my prep. You have another meeting for another project. So I think the solution is to work together a lot more organically. We are going to have to run approvals by each other anyway.
Yeah.
Agency is going to have more of an approval weight to the approval in the process anyway. My ego may be hurt a little bit sometimes, but I always like to work as closely as I can with people from the start. And I don't mean that as some kind of like LinkedIn buzzword shit. Like if you notice my sets, my agencies are always sitting next to me. Even though there is a monitor somewhere far away, my producers will always ask, hey, do you want them here? Yeah, I want them here because I'm going to have to get this approval anyway. If it's creativity by committee, let's fucking be a committee and be creative. No need to, you tell me, I go do, bring to you for approval, and then, not good, and then we change. So let's work on it.
And
together.
I enjoy, the process of, usually I will tell my agency producers, like, I want to work with the director earlier. I know it's not normal in the process, but I prefer that. I prefer the banter, like you said, the work before the work. Let's talk about it first, and then make the work better. And some people didn't like it. I know I had producers who hated it, but I enjoyed that. I think it makes the work better.
Absolutely, because there's the bottleneck of a final approval before you take something to a client just means why are we having such a long fraught pre-pro where every approval needs to happen? Oh, why are you putting him in a blue shirt? I thought it's going to be red. Hey, motherfucker, actually if we could have spoken organically before, you wouldn't be surprised for why I'm going with a blue shirt. We're going to get there anyway. Just start earlier lah.
So, Kube, we're going to end this here. It's a long 1 hour conversation. I know we can go on for hours about this, but thank you so much for getting on this show.
Hey, what a pleasure. I'm so humbled and honored that you chose to speak to me. You could have spoken to anybody else, but you chose me. Thank you very much. What a pleasure.
Cool. Thank you so much. And we'll see you soon. I'm going to end the show now in a bit now. And thank you so much, dude. I'm going to stop this Skype call.
Thank you.
Cool.
See you later, man. Bye.
Cool. So, all right. You heard that whole story of me and Kube working together from no money to with no money again. Ended up with slightly a bit more money. Still not enough to pay for location and all that. But a lot of it was fun, working in the process before the production meetings and all that. And I think having good producers, having a director that's invested in the script, in the idea is also important. And sometimes I think the old school way of agencies is like, oh no, we only brief them after everything's set with the clients and not. I think directors, producers and all can add a lot of value into the work that we do. And I'm going to end it with that. And I'm just lucky in my career to have worked with people like Kube, Chunsan, Nisha, amazing producers, even Iskandar, a good producer, plus a director, and we've done some cool stuff together. And so I'm going to end this here. Hit me up if you have any other questions. We can answer it offline. But thank you so much for tuning in. And in the next few weeks, I'm going to end this week with this too. You saw me yesterday talking to my old team from BBDO. It has nuggets of information for agency, creative, even marketing and clients, right? And today I spoke to a director. Next few weeks, I'll be talking to Saad, my ex-boss and my mentor in my career, about our days in Creative Juice. That's a cool one. That's a fun one. And then I'll have Alan Kwa coming on soon. I just spoke to him today. Alan Kwa used to be in agency and is now, in fact, right now, a comic cover artist for DC. And it's going to be super fun to talk about comic artists as well. So we're just going to step out of advertising and also talk to different people from different industries, all in the creative field. Thank you so much for tuning in. And
Fucking podcast.